Karsten Müller is the name you go to when you want to learn the endgames. Honestly, I even saw a picture of Magnus Carlsen holding one of Karsten Müller endgame books. It wasn't this one, also this is very good. I think it was the one about Rook endgames, always written by Karsten Müller. In any case, there is this beautiful book that is made by like 100 examples, where it teaches you all the type of things that you generally find in the endgame. And here you can read some, right? The active king, theoretical pawn endings, or perpetual check, body check, liquidation, fortress, etc. Right? And so there are 100 examples of those. Then the part I really like, honestly, is the second part, because second part has 100 endgames that are taken from real games, and then there is a third part which has 100 studies that have been found not being so, with positions that are generally not, you don't find them in real games. So he didn't find any artificial studies, he found some studies that were really pertinent to the topic. And then the book ends with like 10 or 11 examples from real endgames by grandmasters. In any case, I would like to show you this position, which comes from the practical part, part 2. This is exercise 2, and it's black to move. So, black to move, and it says, it gives you 3 choices. It tells you, A, King H8 is good enough to win. Or we have B, King H7 is better. Or you have option C, which is both moves win. Okay, so try to pause the video. In this case, since it's an endgame, I would use the 10 minutes thing. I generally turn it and I start to analyze my lines and see what I think is the best move. In the endgame, you really need to visualize a lot, so don't move the pieces, and eventually write down all your variation so you will be able to see the solution after you finish your thinking. Okay? Okay, I hope you use your time wisely. The good thing is, if you guys just want to use the book on a commute, you can, because you don't need a chessboard, since the QR code will direct your phone to the game. In this case, we have the solution to this exercise is the A. What is the A? The best move was King H8. Instead, if you play this move, King H7, you cannot win. Why? Because there is Rook A4, and now what do you do? If you take here, you get checkmated, so you must be careful. Here in the book it doesn't say it, but obviously you need to be able to see these moves. So it goes back to H8, but King G5, King G8, and black cannot win by, because, oops, you just return back to the same position. No big deal, right? Okay, so now let's see how it actually happened. Okay, so this was the initial position. The right move was King H8, after which followed Rook A4, King H7, and that's why king h8 was the right move, because now white is in Zugzwang. What does it mean? That white needs to move, and once he moves, black gains something, right? Let's see what happens precisely. Rook a1. Here I think probably should have given this, maybe, to explain why white is in Zugzwang, because probably after this you lose it, right? You cannot keep it. So that's the problem. And so that's why instead white played rook a1. Why rook a1? Because if you take, it's checkmate. Okay? So that's, you must remember it always, that there is a problem. And so obviously black plays this, but again, oops, and I return to the problem, right? Here in the game was played king e5, but there was also an analysis of this move, rook g3. Okay? Once more, I think it's interesting. It's very difficult to visualize these long endgames, but it's part of the game. How does black continue? With king h8, rook a3, and once more the Zugzwang, right? And here it shows you, however, luckily it shows you the line. So rook a6, rook f3, rook g6, very important, because after this you can play this, okay? And after this, again, you can play this. Why you can play this? Because if he plays this kind of thing, in order to take your rook, you take, he takes, but unfortunately this go to promotion, right? So I will now return back to the original position before we saw the rook g3 and give you the final solution of this endgame as it was played on the board. Okay, so this was the position in which we analyzed what happened with rook g3, but in the game king e5 was played. And the game continued with rook a6, rook g3, king h8, rook a3, because otherwise this is going to escape, king h7, rook f3, f6 check, and here the game was over and white resigned. Why did white resign? Because after king d4, a3, rook f1, a2, rook a1, there is king takes a6 and black win. This game was played between Shuvalova and Zhu in Nur Sultan in 2022, so a recent endgame. But as you can see, also a little endgame like this, you need to know which move to play. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like it, consider doing all the exercises from this book, because it will really improve your chess, or just get it for reading. Just get the book and read the solutions right away. It will just open your mind to what should be done and why. And also when you read the solution, since it didn't put all the possible moves, you can ask yourself some questions and discover why that move wasn't played, or why the author didn't put the other move. And that is the exercise that will improve your chess. Thank you very much for watching.